I don't know whether this video is going to be a priority for you, but then this is just going to be a conversation. Just conversation where I was having conversation with one of the members. I just thought of, okay, listing these two things, two must-haves in your growing business, growing online business, and I specifically mentioned growing business. So we are recording this video on 25th of August 2022. Thank you so much. This is Fazal, and we are immediately diving down into this one topic. So now, by the way, if you're struggling with the validation, if you're creating courses and you're figuring out like, hey, whether this is going to work or not, or is it what I'm planning to do or craft or design the course, is it going to make sense or not? I just recorded a video for you. The name of the video is 3 validations before designing your course. You can search for it, you'll be able to find that 3 validations. Cool. Now jumping down into this one video is 2 must-haves in your growing businesses. Specifically, I've mentioned growing. Cool. Now what do I mean by growing is, say you start making money, and the hardest part is starting to make money, and you keep on making money, keep on growing up the ladder. When you keep on growing up the ladder, what typically growing up the ladder as well as going up the ladder, what is starting to happen is you're going to make lots of money, plus you're going to have a lot of community. Now when you've got lots of money coming in and also you've got community, what is going to happen is, point number 1 is having personal touch when in need. So there are going to be a lot of people who are going to sell their jewelry, sell their cars and lands and all. They're going to do all sorts of things just to become a part of your community, upgrade in your communities, pay for your calls, and doing a lot of things. So we have to value that when you're building business, and based on your authenticity and your credibility into the market on a future terms, when you're actually growing and going up the ladder, people are actually going to value that because you are growing up with time. Cool. And your time is very limited, and with your time is limited, my time is, everyone's time is limited. So knowing that time is very precious and very limited, what is going to happen is you are not going to have much time to deal with people. Cool. Now when that is happening, and there is also a flip side to it where people need your assistance at some point in time. People need your takes in some point in time. People need your guidance at some point in time. They don't need to talk to members at some point. They just need to talk to you. And what started to happen, and what started to happen, I don't know when this all started coming in, but then when this all started to happen, but then for me personally, when I started to look at these things in a lot of different perspectives, is the industry leaders today, what they are charging so much for just a one-to-one call, or just to talk to you, or just to respond to your message, just to respond to your mail. What that is doing is that it's kind of disconnecting you with your own great role models. What we need to be doing is we need to be learning from what's causing that disconnect. What's causing that disconnect is you as a leader. Yes, genuinely, typically you don't have time, but then yes, for 15 minutes to talk to you, for example, if you're great at designing an online business, for just to talk to you for 15 minutes or 30 minutes or say 1 hour, I definitely need to empty my pocket or just invest in what you're doing. That's true. But if you also see, I have already invested in so many things that you have done. Like, see, your level 1, level 2, level 3. I've done so many things in investment already. Now I don't have money, but what I need, or even though I've got money, I've got specifically saved that money for growing on my own business and taking care of my bills and blah blah blah, all those cool things. I don't have money now, or I've got saved money for something else, but I need your assistance so that I can move forward. When people need help, we actually do be thinking that we are in desperate need. Okay, we are in desperate need of that assistance. And whenever you are say, this is something that I'm just specifically talking to, you are making good amount of money, great amount of money, and when I want to talk to you, cool, and we've got a bond, we've got a credibility, but even then we've got a bond or a credibility, you know how hard I'm working, you know what's the income that I've got, but when at some point in time I need your assistance, then you send me a link like, Fazal, book the call, make the investment, and we'll get over a call. I was like, hey, that's fine. I can do that. I've got money. I can squeeze in myself. I can invest in it. But if you can just spend time for the member who's actually close to you, or who is not even close to you, but then in desperate need of it. So we are missing out. Number one principle of business in a way is having that personal touch when in need. We are just taking that away. And when we are taking that away and you're charging the amount of money to people will get disconnected from you. Yeah. When people get disconnected from you, nothing after that what you say is going to make sense to them. No matter how great you are, the moment that disconnect happens, just because of the sake of money, when that's going to happen, you're going to lose one great student of yours, one great student who was in desperate need of it. Come on, there are better people in the market, better than you, who's doing better things than you. So if that's not happening, someone else is going to do. I'm going to tell you two small little examples. 3 small examples. Again, this is a conversation. You can stop the video and go and do something more on the lines of priority based, but then just a conversation. I'm going to share you 3 different examples. 2 examples. One, recently I was very much headache. Not very much headache. Recently I was going through one great phase of learning Facebook advertisements by myself, getting like 0 results, and I was like, figured out that I'm pathetic when it comes to Facebook advertisements. I know the psychology, I know how it works, but then when it comes to tactical part of it, no idea what that is. Cool. So I reached out to one of the persons who made like 2 crores, like 2 crore. I was like, great, I'm going to talk to this person. And messaged. And he said, first let us catch up, let us catch up today evening. Or I think he said tomorrow. I think he said today evening. He said today evening. Not even tomorrow, he said today evening. I was like, dude, you have crossed 2 crore, which is great. You've got like 1,000 member community, I was like, which is also great. And you have actually let out time so that you can assist me out based on the credibility and what that I've got. I like, hey, that is a magic. You know why? Because he's already busy. He's got his own schedules. He's got his own priorities. He's got his own community. He's got his own money. But then he just took that call for free. I was like, and he gave his also WhatsApp number. I was like, even a step ahead than that. I was like, that is very nice of people and very humble and very. That's what happens when you are not doing something for the business. Someone else is taking that place because you are in desperate need anyway. So when you need that help from this person, someone else is going to take the stand and fill the bucket. The loopholes that you've got in your business, someone else is going to take care of the loopholes, because that's how the business works. We learn from the loopholes from our competitions and we fill the loopholes and we grow in the whole different directions. Point number two, example number 2 is the similar thing happened 2 weeks later, which was for me like a week back. I was again stuck with one of the things. So in entrepreneurship, you're always stuck at one point or the other. Some things YouTube can solve for you, something your mentors and coaches can solve for you, something blogs can solve for you, something your own brain can solve for you, something your experience can solve for you, something nothing can solve for you. You need to talk to someone. So then you bounce off and you need that experienced help and support. Not experienced knowledge, experienced help and support, who is already experienced a step ahead than you. Point number 1. Cool. So that day I was stuck at some point. I was like, dude, I was like, hey, hi, how are you doing? I was like, great, Fazal, I'm doing great. How are you doing? I was like, I am also doing 50-50 great. I was like, okay. So he's like, how can I help you, Fazal? The message came from that side. It's like, what can I do to help you from my side was the message. I was like, I think I'm in desperate. I need to talk to you so that I can have a conversation, a discussion, which may give me direction to what I have to be doing next. Immediately, next day we got a call. We got over a call. Now, even that guy made like 1 crore or 2 crore. Like, can you imagine? Those people are busy. They've got priorities. They've got money. They've got priorities. They've got the credit. They've got like 1,000 things they have to be doing. Not just one business, 3 to 4 businesses they're handling. And when they say they have time for you, that's what? Having personal touch when in need. Desperate need. That's where the credibility goes up for the person. And I'm not going to ask anything else. Like, I'm going to have questions prepared with me, and the moment we get over a call, we talk about it. So must haves in the business is having a personal touch. No matter where you go and where you grow, keep some time of the day or some time of the week, like sometimes, that you can just have conversations with people who are in desperate need of you or your strategy or your assistance. Think about it. How can I keep some time of the whole week or the whole day free for people, so that when someone needs to talk to me, no matter what stage of a business I am, I just need to address that one situation. Or if you know what they're struggling with, okay, create an asset like this, create a video or a blog or a podcast and give it to them. So that becomes automation as well. So that you can just like, Fazal, I've recorded this one video for you. I know that you're struggling with this one. I've kept you in mind and created this one asset for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 hours, and this is just for you. Like, just go ahead and consume it. Either you can give your time or actually create an asset and then multiply that over 10,000 people. Cool. Point number 1. Point number 2 is going to be building employees. I don't know where this whole mindset came from. Is you're building a business, you don't need employees to it. You need freelancers. I don't resonate with that. When you are building a business and it's a growing business, you need to be having employees, no freelancers. Employees who is working for you. Now, employees is different for the corporate world. The whole dynamics of that is completely different. The whole dynamics of entrepreneurship is different. Again, the founders of that corporate world are also entrepreneurs. But the way we are doing business, the online based business, we are branching out and radiating from a different energy, different coaching industry, different mentoring sort of completely different. Say ClickFunnels, Alex Hormozi, Tony Robbins. These are the industry leaders who are taking us forward in what we're doing. And nobody grows if they don't have employees. Say if you're making like $1 million, say if you're making like 50 lakh rupees single-handedly, when you start employing people, your cost is going to go down, your profits are going to go down definitely, but then instead of making 50 lakh rupees in like 25 months, you're going to do like 3 crores or 55 crores very fast with having a small number of employees, because you need to be taking care of a lot of things. Editing part of it, video. Say you are just going to create content. That's your job. Either you write or you record. Planning what to record and actual part of recording. Editing that out, publishing that out, putting that on social media, monitoring the views, responding to the views, responding to the comments and replies and questions and queries, and responding to every people who's commenting anything on you. Say people are going to mail you, you have to respond to those mails. You need to be responding to the people who commented under your courses, under each video of your courses. Then people are going to comment under your YouTube videos, or under your blogs, under your podcast. People are going to ask you questions, you need to be answering them. You need to be creating content, you need to be creating content, publishing multiple platforms which are working, and you need to be testing it out, and you need to be having different dimensions of a lot of things, and seeing how what is working, seeing it what is not working, and adapting to and looking out for what people are wanting. Looking out for the content that you're recording and which is not working, so that you can subtract what is not working and add on what is working. You need to be doing a lot of different works. You need to be working on your community, getting them results within the community. This was outside the community. Now, inside the community, people are going to respond. People are going to ask you questions, getting content out of it. People are not going to get results for a very long time. You need to be figuring out why not they're getting results, and creating content around it, creating coaches inside your community, creating people who wants to upgrade are not able to upgrade. You need to be allotting sales teams so that you can tell them, help them, assist them, so that you can take them next forward, tell them benefits out of it. There are 1,000 things that you can automate and then delegate, and then you need to be monitoring all those things. So just by automating in the online business is not going to work. What happens after automation? You need to be monitoring stuff. To monitor a lot of things, you are just one person who's got just 24 hours. How do you go fast in that? Go hire people out, have employees, building employee base. That is that's a business. If you don't have employees, you don't have. For me, from my perspective, you don't have a business. If you don't have employees, that's not a business. That's just the brand. Say for example, you go away tomorrow. Your personal brand is dead. What type of legacy will you be leaving? If you are just the face of the whole business, what's going to happen next? You go away one day. It's like, okay, you either die, say one day, or probably you're just like, I'm not interested in this work, let this work for itself. How is that going to work for itself? Because till now you were doing everything single-handedly. You take you away from the equation, everything falls apart. So how can you empower employees in your own system? Unemployment rate is like extremely high. You are doing service to people, you're doing service to yourself, you're doing service to the whole nation, you're doing service to everyone when you're hiring people. Imagine unemployment rate. You're making actually good amount of money. Why don't you want to make even more amount of money in a short period of time by having employee base? Again, a small little principle that when we are building businesses, we need to be thinking big. How can I start employing people, not freelancers? We want to work with freelancers. They change freelancers over like, okay, you're not great at something. I change. You need to be having in-house employees who understands what you're doing, who understands the way you're doing, who understands the vision, the mission, the path of what you're doing exactly, so that they align their expertise and you align your expertise. They align their vision, you align your vision, and move fast. Not everybody is entrepreneur material. 95% people are employee mindset, right? So how can you infuse them? How can you employ them so that they're great at it? Not everybody. Entrepreneurship is not everybody's cup of tea. 4%, 5% maximum. Rest of it, they are not resonating with the vibes of entrepreneurship. Great, fine. Instead of someone paying them 20,000 rupees, where you have got the potential where they can actually be making lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 50,000 to 10 lakhs employees. I'm talking about employees where the moment you know they have that potential, imagine the way your business is going to boost, because now someone else is taking care of that one part. and that one part is going to be very powerful when you start employing people. So 2 must-haves in a growing business, got 15 minutes. 2 must-haves in your growing online business, the tactical strategy of it. This is, so if you want to learn more about tactical part of it, you can just search for tactical strategy. If you want to learn more about money strategies, search in the channel for money strategies. Or if you're still building courses and if you have no idea what business is all about and you want to learn about courses, just start typing course strategies. You'll be able to find n number of videos on this channel. So we are recording this on 25th of August 2022. In the morning I saw the videos on the channel. They were up for like 280 videos, free content for you. Just enjoy entrepreneurship with learning stuff, implementing and moving forward. Cool. Thanks so much. May peace and blessings be upon you and your loved ones. I'm going to see you in another exciting, full energetic, exciting video. Thanks so much.